What's up, YouTube? This is Two Raw for Sports. All right. Um, I understand that there was a segment on ESPN First Take where they were debating. I think it was Stephen A. Smith and it's a new guy named Mad Dog Russo. They're debating about Larry Bird versus LeBron James, right? And I find it interesting that they were debating that, considering that I was talking about it on my other channel twice within the last week, Bird versus LeBron. But anyway, it is what it is. Mad Dog had a take that a lot of people don't like, in particular LeBron James fans. They are infuriated on social media that Mad Dog is. I'm gonna go with Russo. I can't remember what's fucking is Russo or Musso, whatever. I'll just say Mad Dog. Mad Dog went with prime Larry Bird over LeBron. Right? He said three-time MVP version Bird he would take over LeBron James. And a lot of people accuse him covertly and sometimes overtly of going with Bird because of a hidden agenda. And I pretty much know what they mean by that. They're pretty much saying that he's going with Bird because he's white. Okay. And that's one of the biggest fucking cop outs imaginable. Look, at the end of the day, if you listen to what he says, he's saying in a situation where you're going for a shot or a series, okay, which player would you take? He's not arguing, you simpleton ass motherfuckers, who had the better career. I mean, I believe, honestly, that Pete Bird was better than LeBron overall as a basketball player. But because of LeBron's longevity, I understand in the championships and all the finals appearances, I can understand why some people put LeBron ahead of him, and I did. But I'm telling you, like, if unless you watch Larry Bird play, you don't really. It's hard for you to gauge it. It's hard for you to understand where people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? Just like this, most people would put Karl Malone ahead of Charles Barkley because of his career accomplishments. Two-time league MVP, second all-time in scoring, at least for a little while longer until LeBron passes him soon. Um, you know, multiple time All Star. You know, when he retired, he was considered the greatest power forward of all time. But peak for peak, most people would pick Charles Barkley over Karl Malone. Charles Barkley to me was just better prime for prime. But if you go career wise and accomplishments, you go with Karl Malone. I just think Bird was better. Why do I think so? I think Bird was more clutch. I think Bird was a better rebounder, a better shooter, a better 3-point shooter, mid range shooter, uh, free throw shooter, a better passer. Even though LeBron might average more assists, I think Bird was a better. He was just a better passer. I think Bird was a better floor general. I think Bird was a better. Um, I think he had better court vision. I think Bird had arguably the greatest court vision, or at least one of the top 2 to 3 court vision players in the history of the game. Um, I just think he was a better overall basketball player. LeBron is more athletic. That's not to be questioned. He's bigger, faster, and stronger. But if you ask me who's the better basketball player, prime for prime, I think it's Bird. Plus, you gotta look at the fact that Bird was playing on a team with 2 other guys who were cutting into his numbers. That being Kevin McHale, who in his prime was averaging 26 and 9, and Robert Parrish, who in his prime was averaging 18 points, 11, 12 rebounds. So they were, cutting into his numbers. If you put Larry Bird on a bad team, he probably would have led the league in scoring. You know what I'm saying? He would have been able to carry a team to the conference finals every fucking year at least. he was that damn good. Defensively, Bird wasn't great, but he was a great help defender. You know, one on one, I mean, his slowness hurt him a little bit, but he couldn't be stopped. This is a guy, Larry Bird, that would dominate players like Dennis Rodman, who were guarding him. Like Dennis Rodman couldn't do shit with Larry Bird. Scottie Pippen would get embarrassed by Larry Bird. This same slow white dude, everybody keeps saying was somehow struggling in today's NBA, which is not predicated on athleticism, but shooting and passing, pick and roll. Yeah, Bird would struggle with that. Yeah, yeah. Good luck with that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You tell your opinion. I think that Mad Dog is 100% correct. I would go with Prime Larry Bird as well. But anyway, that's all I got to say in this video.